Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to episode 2 of my planning series. This episode is going to focus on how I do my daily planning, and I'm currently writing out a few tasks in my bullet journal, and these are the pages you're probably most familiar seeing me do either on Instagram or here on YouTube. I usually do my planning in the evening if possible so that I'm set up for the next day. So again, I'm going to use this episode to focus on the bits that I often don't share on social media and share with you a few tools that I use. The first thing I'm setting up is the Eisenhower grid, also known as the Foursquare Method. And this is really useful to help you prioritise tasks. So if you're struggling to know which tasks to write in your bullet journal for the next day, which ones to start on, hopefully this tool might be really useful for you. You start off by separating the grid into 4 sections, and they are urgent, not urgent, important and not important. I really liked the quote I included, which is by Eisenhower, which is "What is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important." I saw online that people also add a subheading of do, decide, delegate and delete. And they're not particularly relevant to me because I don't really have anybody that I can delegate the tasks to. And even those that are not particularly important and not urgent don't tend to be things that I can delete and just ignore entirely, but it really helps me to prioritise them. One of the reasons I find this grid so useful is that I tend to be good at getting everything done that's important and urgent. But what I'm not so good at is making sure that I take the time to do things that are really important to me but not urgent. So an example of that would be this planning series. It's something that's quite important to me. I really wanted to film and share as many tips as I could, but it's never going to be urgent. There's no deadline and there won't be anybody chasing me for it. But I really want to make sure that I prioritise those sorts of tasks and make space for them in my bullet journal and in my day. I use this grid whenever I feel that I'm not achieving enough of the things that are important to me, and by just jotting down my tasks on here I can make sure that I add some of those important but not urgent tasks to my plans in my bullet journal. And I've made this grid available as a free printable on my blog. The other tool that I wanted to share with you and I find really useful is a time ladder. And again, it's not one of those things that I use every day, but if I feel that time's just running away with me and I'm not getting things done by the end of the day that I had planned, I really find this great to just sit and plan out how I'm going to block out my time for those days. And I split the grid into planned and actual, so that on one side I can write out how I want to spend my day, and on the other I can make a quick note of how things actually went. And that helps me look at how long things really take me to do against how long I think they should take me to do, and helps make my planning more effective for the next time. The main aim of all of the planning that I do really is to make sure that I'm as productive as possible during the working hours, so that I've got plenty of time to do fun stuff and creative projects and be with my family during the rest of the time. I also like to colour code those blocks of time because I find it really useful just to make sure that I'm getting all different types of tasks done. As always, I've made this available as a free printable on my blog, which I will leave linked down below. So if you think it might be useful for you, then please do head over there and you'll be able to download that. The other thing I wanted to quickly share with you is there's a free time tracking app called Toggle, and you can print off really useful reports from there and use it on your desktop and mobile phone. And again, I find that a really helpful tool just to see where my time's gone. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have, it'd be great if you give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, it'd be brilliant if you consider subscribing. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.